So I will address the question of the vote then that will be held tonight with regard to the vacant city council position. So I understand that Mayor Marlin is recommending the city council appointment go to Mr. Erik Sachs. And I would like to ask, how do Mr. Sachs' values and experience reflect and inform the needs of Urbana? When giving his presentation at last week's city council meeting, Mr. Sachs seemed fairly to completely out of touch. His statements suggested that he has not audited any city council meetings, at least not this year. And here we are wrapping it up in a few days. And yet this has been a momentous year in local politics, especially with regard to police misconduct. But Mr. Sachs spoke about things like climate change and other issues that he referred recurrently to as issues facing the nation. Now, Urbana has little to no control over climate change and related policy. But what we need on council is an alderman who cares about Urbana's issues, knows about Urbana's issues, and is active with regard to Urbana's issues. To my knowledge, Mr. Sachs has participated in no city council meetings this year. Yet Mr. Christopher Hansen, the clear and obvious candidate for this opening, has participated at every single council meeting and every single Civilian Police Review Board meeting, and I believe every single Human Rights Commission meeting, just to name a few. In fact, those are just a few of the very long list of qualifications that Mr. Hansen brings to the table. And as you all know, he does not merely participate, he drives change and he drives reform. Now, last time you had the opportunity to fill this same vacancy, the mayor and the council passed over Mr. Hansen in favor of Julie Loud, who served only a few months and who had demonstrated sincere intentions, but no prior track record of engagement with city municipal politics and city administration. Nevertheless, the city council passed over Mr. Hansen and voted Ms. Loud in because we were told council sought diversity. Council had concerns about ushering in yet another white male alderman. Well, this time, City Council has the choice between 4 white males and does not have that excuse to make for overlooking yet again and snubbing Mr. Hansen a second time. We all know that Mr. Hansen is committed to cleaning up abuse of power in politics and policing and is dedicated to ensuring accountability and transparency from the city of Urbana. I believe we need him on council. I believe you need him on city council, and we the people certainly need him on city council. Thank you for the opportunity to give input.
And of course, I think that the dedication and engagement of candidate Hansen was also overlooked. He's participated in every meeting. He might as well be on the city council for as often as he's at our meetings making comments, and he watches them from start to finish, and he participates at every bit. And even though we may not agree with his viewpoints, and sometimes he has a lot of harsh criticisms to level against the actions of the city, voices like that are the kinds of voices that allow us to have the debates and the conversations that we need to really find out what the right way to go forward is. When there's too many consenting voices in any given public body, we lose that level of debate. I'm sure Councilmember Colbert feels that way very often because his views are extraordinarily underrepresented on council. So, again, Mr. Hansen would have offered us another voice, a voice that we don't hear outside of public comment to weigh in our actual decisions. And I think that it's unfortunate that it was overlooked.